I hope.
See it in the corner, but yay!
Are we live?
We
Are
are
we there?
live.
Hello.
We are live. We
Happy,
are
happy,
live.
happy hour.
Yay!
Yay!
Well, welcome to the Friends and Fiction official book club's last happy hour of 2024. Can you believe
And
it?
Can't believe
I
it.
know, and if I might say, the most festive.
Oh, yeah. We're going to have an epic night of book recommendations, special guests, cover reveals. We're announcing our or not happy hour, our reading challenge and our book club picks. It's going to be awesome. So, why don't we start? Oh, well, first, I'm Lisa Harrison and I'm here with my co-host Brenda and our third lovely co-host that we all love so much, librarian rock star, Ron Block.
Hey, everybody.
Yay, Ron.
Yay!
Yay. Thanks for having me back. I'm surprised.
You are
Every time I'm
stuck
like, they're never having him back.
That's
always.
funny. Of course we are. Come on, Ron.
Yay!
Okay.
Everyone's joining. I can see you
Oh,
guys. Hi,
great.
everyone.
Welcome, guys. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah. So, what are you drinking, Brenda?
Well, I made a special mocktail for tonight, and I'll put the recipe on the page. It is a
Mm.
chocolate peppermint martini. I had to think about that for a minute. It's a chocolate peppermint martini with some bit of peppermint around the edges. It's very delicious. It's
Nice.
very desserty.
It looks delicious. It looks really good.
What about?
And look it up again. I'm proud of you for that rim.
Oh, thank you.
You go, PB.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
It's
So I tried to
beautiful.
be, yeah, it's beautiful. I tried to be festive. I have a very bougie glass. I'm drinking a poinsettia and I dropped it. It's a Christmas tree gummy, but you can't really see it, but it's there and it's spreading holiday cheer.
You're
And it's a
so
So
beautiful
cheers.
glass.
you're so
Yes,
bougie.
this is my glass I bought myself. I only have one of them.
That's
I'm
okay.
like that too. I'm like I am a fanatic for glassware. I have all these one of a kinds everywhere, and you just never know when you're
Hmm.
gonna need them.
Hmm.
Nice.
So, what's your
Okay.
drink, Ron? I'm gonna lean in. I always
All right.
do.
So
I
as we
know I
like
always do.
we're in blizzard conditions here in Ohio, so this is the perfect drink for me. And I think as winter comes on, we all want something that's going to really kind of warm us up a little bit, something you could sip slow, sit near a
Mhm.
fire with some
Definitely.
friends, and just kind of like have a nice relaxing time and let it wash over you. So tonight we are going to make the brain duster. And it's
Ooh,
goes right in and takes over everything. So the first part of it is it's 2 ounces of rye whiskey.
I'm
That's the
in.
brand right there. And we'll
I'm
put up
Okay.
in.
pictures, we'll put up the recipes and everything like that. And then it's 1 ounce of sweet vermouth.
If
It is a
only I
great
Yeah,
had some.
sigh.
Lisa
If
always
only
always wishes she was right here with me for
I
these.
know. I wish I had some flu powder and I'd just come in through the fireplace.
And well, here's the kicker: a little bar spoon of absinthe, also known as the Green Fairy.
Oh,
I think that's where the dusting comes in. And
OMG. The chat is exploding with hearts.
are they awesome? I
yeah, we're
love
gonna
doing
have
these.
to
And
post.
a couple drops of Angostura bitters,
Yum.
and really, then it's in a glass where you don't want to shake it up in a thing. You just want to stir it up so it's nice and cold, so
Oh,
super cold, and make sure that you're wearing white. So if it spills on you, you make a nice big mess, and then we can put it off our little coop. And you can garnish this with, whatever you want. I just didn't have anything handy. I thought I had some stuff here, like an orange peel or lemon peel. And here you have the brain duster.
Ooh.
Oh,
And
I
sip it
can't quite.
slow. Sip it
Cheers, you
slow.
guys.
Cheers to the last happy hour of the
Yes.
year.
Of the year.
Cheers. Love you guys.
Whoa. It's really, really good. It is good. But if I was to just drink that right down, we'd be having a real party here.
That was almost a very ugly situation between me and Lisa
Oh my God.
viewing our drinks.
Yeah, you have to, your face. I felt that woe in my soul.
Oh,
Okay,
Well, that's
let's
exciting.
kick off some.
okay. What's next?
Oh, actually, I think Brenda wants to make a quick announcement before we start.
Oh,
Our
oh.
I do want to
our
make a quick
round.
announcement. Yeah, before we get too far into the night, we wanted to let our book club members know that Lisa and I are going to be attending Mary Alice Monroe's Wild Dunes event in January with special guests. I'm trying to pull up the graphic. Here we go. See if I can get that. All right. With special guests, our very own Kristen Harmel and Patty Callahan Henry, along with Kwame Alexander. And we're really excited about meeting all three of these authors. We're going to go down for the weekend, and there will be a book club meetup probably on Saturday afternoon. We don't have the details yet worked out, but stay tuned, and we hope to see you at Wild Dunes.
Yes. And if you're going to Wild Dunes, make sure you let us know so we can let you
Yes.
know about that meetup. It will be on Saturday afternoon. We'll just confirm the location and the time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe I'll come and we can have the happy hour live.
Oh my
Yay.
gosh.
Let's do
Don't
it.
threaten me with a good
I won't.
time.
I
I will
really
pick you
wanted to
up.
come, but I can't come to this one, unfortunately.
Oh,
Yeah, I know. A lot of travel.
yeah.
Okay.
All right, Ron, you want to kick us off with the first round
Okay.
of
So
recommendations?
once in a while, everybody, I don't know, things come into your life, whatever. I wanted to start out with a couple of things that I can really recommend for gift giving, because that's where we are. We're in the gift giving season, holiday time,
Mhm.
and I always like to have like a collection for young people, for children, that kind of thing. This time, this is somebody I randomly met, um, who, like, as we got talking anyway, this all came to light, and I started asking questions about it. It's somebody who always had wanted to be a writer, never had the guts, never had the thing. We all talk about that. We have these stories and thing, and that somebody made her. I think something about the death of her dad made her finally want to tell this story that had been in her heart for a long time. She didn't think that she had the she didn't think she had the talent or anything to do it. So she kind of just did it for herself. But I want to shout it out because I went and got a copy. This is called Chicken, and Scaredy Cat, Cat. And it is such a great story. It's available on Amazon. I'll put the links up and everything. Support this person because she's got talent, and she and I have been talking, and she's going to keep going, and she's finally going to try to make her dream come true on a bigger scale. This is such a great book about these animals that live in a barn and a storm comes along. It explores things about diversity because all of the different animals, it's the storms coming along and they're facing their fears, and rather than being fearful, they find that friendship gets them through. And it's just something that really is a lot of things that we want to talk to your kids about, and a book that the kids are going to want you to read again and again and again and again. So again, we'll put the link up. I really I know there's going to be big things. The author's name is Tootie Seeley, Seeley, and she may even be watching right now. I don't know because I told her I was going to do this whether she liked it or not.
Nice.
A little, it's one of those people that you don't know. You don't want to put yourself out there, but she really, really has the talent, and I think she's got the drive now. After I'm so happy. I can't wait to see what she does with it. Anyway, so
I
that's a
love
good
the
gift.
illustration on the cover.
Oh my
the
God.
expressions. are
And
great.
it's a woman from England, an illustrator, and the illustrations are just so beautiful.
Wow.
Ooh. Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Yeah,
Yeah. Now that's a
really cool.
nice. People are always looking for good gifts for kids. That's a great
Yes.
one.
Yeah. People always want to ask for
You
recommendations. So
want
that's
one
really
more, or you
cool.
want to go round robin?
You do one more,
All right.
and then we're
So,
going to announce our January book club pick before
okay.
Brenda and I.
And I saw our special guest in the waiting.
Yeah.
So okay, so you all know that I'm all about cookbooks these days, being the cookbook reviewer for Library Journal. So I get my hands on a lot of things that like some things aren't so great. Some things are really great. But when I got this, which is the 100th book, I know it's shining in the lights. I'm trying to figure this out.
Oh, the
This is
100th.
Martha Stewart's 100th book, and I got to tell you, I thought I was really sick of Martha Stewart. I thought, okay, you've taken over everything. You're really great. So remember in the olden days when we had vinyl records and you'd get like your favorite band and they'd have a greatest hits album and you couldn't wait to get it because all your favorite songs would be on there. Guess what?
Yeah.
Now there's a greatest hits cookbook. It's part
Yeah.
it's part cookbook and it's part memoir. She's taken a revisit with a lot of her favorite recipes. She's added stories and pictures from her early childhood and on up to when she was a model and all these things. And it takes you through her whole thing. So this ended up getting me a starred review from me. So like I really was
Aw.
pleasantly surprised. What a great gift for anybody in put it under your tree for somebody who wants to cook. I learned from Mark.
I
Oh,
love that. I want that. And I want to say, I think Teresa Seeley, she is watching. So hi, Teresa.
Hello,
hey,
Teresa.
we
Everybody
love
buy
your
her book.
book.
Everybody buy her
Thanks
book.
for tuning in. And she shared in the chat where you can get the book. So thanks for that as
Excellent,
well.
excellent.
Yeah.
See, she's learning the biz. Promote, promote, promote.
Yeah, come hang out with us.
Yep.
Yeah. So we are about to have a special guest, but before we let her in, we wanted to go ahead and announce our January book club pick. If Brenda wants to bring it up, I can
I am
hold
bringing
up
it up.
this gem.
Ready? Bam.
It is P.S. I Hate You with Lauren Connolly. We are so excited to have her on. This book was a book of the month pick last month, and there's been so much buzz about it. And Lauren is such a genuine person, and I'm so excited for her. And a lot of people are saying, like, oh, it's her debut, but people don't realize this is her 20th book. She's
Wow.
been doing
I
it
did
for a
not.
while, and she's
Yeah.
amazing. So pick it up. And as if that's not cool enough, she's also going to be our Saturday giveaway on January 4th. So you have an opportunity to win this book and have it enough time to read it before our book club discussion on January 27th, sorry. So, yay.
Yes, I can't
That's
wait
our
to read it.
January.
Well, Ron, would you like to, as I bring in our special guest, would you like to?
Well, I would love to. I would love to bring on
Okay.
one of my favorite writers, Leanne Dolan. She's one of the Satellite Sisters, the very famous podcast. There she is.
Yay.
Hey, everybody.
Hey,
Hello.
hey. She has written
Oh my
some of
gosh.
the
You're all
favorite
so
books.
festive. You're so festive. Love
Look at
it.
you. Look at you. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Oh, I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for having me. This makes it feel like the holidays. I mean,
Yeah, well, we're kicking it off.
I'm drinking wine and my friends and fiction.
Nice.
Oh, yay, yay, yay.
That's festive.
Love it.
I should have
We
sent
are-
you a brain duster.
Oh,
Yes, Ron
We're
did a
gonna-
drink demonstration earlier.
oh,
We're going to
Brenda.
start having Ron send his drink mixes in advance. We can.
He's going to have a subscription box the next thing
I
you know.
know.
Like,
Oh, there you go. Oh, now see,
There you
There
go.
you go.
Big
Leanne is
idea.
all about the marketing. I'm telling you. Well,
We
we
are
have
so excited that you're here. Brenda and I didn't know until today, like this afternoon, we found out and we're over the moon. So thank you so much for being here with
Oh,
us.
thank you. Thank you, Lisa and Brenda. I'm so happy to be here. Really, really.
So much fun. We have so much to talk about, but I think what we want to start with is, and you just got this really amazing honor recently, and I think I'd love for you to tell everybody about it. It's so cool.
So I live in Pasadena, California, and I'm lucky enough to live in a town with a fantastic independent bookstore. It's called Romans. It's the oldest bookstore west of the Mississippi. It's 130 years old, which for California is like ancient, ancient. And we're close to LA, but we're not LA. We have our own identity. And about 10 years ago, they started a Walk of Fame program where they have the same guy that does the Grauman's Chinese Theater handprints, and they've honored, local authors or authors that have particularly been great to the Pasadena community. So Walter Mosley's there, and Michael Connolly's there, and my friend Naomi Hirahara's there, and Leah Bardugo is a local author, and she's there. And so in November, they just emailed me out of the blue and said, "You're it. You're our next Walk of Fame person." And
Yay.
honestly, you guys, I cried at the email. I was
Oh,
really touched. I moved to Pasadena 32 years ago, almost exactly, to get married. And the only person I knew in Pasadena was my husband, and I didn't really know him that well. So it was really like a leap of faith. And so to be literally a permanent part of the landscape, I was overwhelmed. And then we went, and it's a big square, and I had to do a practice because it's hard to write in cement. You get a stylus, and then you're in the most awkward position, sort of over. I mean, it's a lot of core work, is what I'm saying, people. I was like, and my friend Naomi, who's on the Walk of Fame, she did a run through with me, which was I was so helpful because I was like, okay, I'm going to need a different outfit because I can't get up and down in this dress. She said, oh, yeah, no low cut stuff because you're leaning over and they're shooting photos. So I had like double bonded, t-shirts on. And then I just practiced getting up and down from an awkward position all week. But when the day came, I was so emotional. There were about 50 people there from all walks of my life here in Pasadena, from my first friends to, my son's fifth grade teacher, to readers and Satellite Sisters listeners came in from all over. My college friends flew in to surprise me. I
Aw.
was overwhelmed. It was fantastic.
Aw.
Fantastic. Yeah, thank you.
Congratulations. What an
Wow.
honor.
I
Thank
Was
you.
know.
thrilled to hear that. And there's pictures of all this on your social media too, so people
Yes,
can
Yeah.
get a
yeah.
glimpse of it.
I mean, I have nice penmanship too, so I'd like to say that.
It looked really nice. Yeah, it looked like
Because you have
real.
to freehand it in cement, and it has to be pretty big, like 7, 8 inch letters. There's no,
Wow.
you're just, it's you and the stylist, and they're right there, and they keep replacing the stylist because they get cementy. It was very professional. I loved it.
If it
That's
was me that
awesome.
ever had that, I'd be going back every day and standing by it to see if people wanted to take my picture with it.
Oh, I'm going to do that, Ron. I'm going to just occasionally on some big shopping days or Rose Parade Day, I might just stand there. I might
Oh,
just,
yeah.
because the parade goes right past
oh,
the
who me?
bookstore.
I love it.
I love it. That's
Do a live
amazing.
right there from your square.
I Okay, that's a big idea. Like on the air from my square. I mean, I could do that, right? It was
Bring
a
it
really
all
good
in.
idea, Brenda.
Well, thank you. I look forward to seeing it.
Okay, so I also kind of want to know, want you to tell everybody what you've been up to, but I want to first say that we did everybody loved the marriage sabbatical,
Thank you. Thank you.
and there's
You know
probably
what? I loved being out with that book. It was so fun to talk to people and hear their thoughts about it. It was a juicy, sexy topic to talk about, and people
yeah,
had opinions. I loved it. Yeah, it was fun.
and you got to do an event with our own Mary Kay Andrews.
You know what?
Yay.
That was so great in New Jersey. I flew to New Jersey. I was only in the state for 20 hours. We had an incredible event. I mean, she's so great. I could talk to her about anything and everything, right? I mean,
Yep.
just like, do we have to talk about books? Because I'd like to talk to you about other life issues that I'm having right now. And we had so much fun and so many laughs. We laughed, we cried, we signed books. We loved it. It was an honor. I loved it.
Yeah. I wish I had been there because I just knew it was going to be amazing. But for the three people who haven't read the book yet, and the others who totally want to do it for a gift, it's coming out in paperback, right?
It is. The Marriage Sabbatical comes out in paperback April 2025. So still a hardback. You can get
Nice.
some good deals on that. And then if you're looking for book clubs, I know some book clubs are super organized and they only buy paperbacks. So if you're planning your 2025 picks, the book comes out April 15th. Tax day comes out April 15th in 2025 in paperback.
Excellent, excellent. And um,
Cool.
just stressing too that pre-ordering is really important too. It's important for the success of a book, but it's also for me. I love giving somebody a gift that they don't get right away, that they get down the line, and then they can
Yeah.
remember you and remember that you gave it to
It is fun when it shows up, isn't it? You're like,
them.
oh, even if
Yeah.
you've ordered it for yourself, you totally forgot. Like, oh, here it is. It's here.
That's right.
Oh,
It's a
when
good
did I order this? I'm glad I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm great. I thank you for mentioning it. I've had a ton of fun with this book, and I think the paperback. I think a lot of book clubs will dig it. You know, it's about a couple that decides to take a year off their marriage and go do their own thing in every sense of the word, including taking a year off their wedding vows. And what was really is a travel log for Santa Fe. I mean, I cannot tell you. The wife goes to Santa Fe to study jewelry making, and apparently I really sold Santa Fe because I cannot tell you how many people have literally read the book and then planned their girls' weekend trip or planned their trip with their husband or their spouse or their partner. I mean, it's unbelievable. Like I feel like I should get a small commission from the Santa Fe tourism board.
totally agree.
Get the travel
Yeah.
bureau on the phone. Let's go.
But so it has a fun sort of travel element too.
Yeah. And in your research, didn't you kind of run into a famous person down there?
Oh, I did, Ally McGraw. I had a
Oh.
complete chance encounter with the phenomenon that is Ally McGraw. She's
Yep.
lived in Santa Fe for 30 years.
Wow.
We were in a small like coffee slash taco shop because my husband had blown right through our good lunch reservation on a conference call. So we were really not speaking at lunch. And we had to go to the Georgia O'Keeffe Museum. We had our reservation. And who comes in but Ally McGraw? And I literally couldn't even speak. I mean, she's 82 when I saw her. Gorgeous hair, the big earrings, the white linen shirt, the blue jeans, the silver, the turquoise, the clogs on her feet. It was unbelievable. And there's my husband. He has no idea who he is. And he's like, so do you come here often? Do you live in Santa Fe? And I can't. I was like, please don't talk to Ally McGraw. Don't talk to Ally McGraw like that. He had no idea who she was. Have you been to the Georgia O'Keeffe Museum? I'm like, she's on the board of the Georgia O'Keeffe Museum. It was, and when he left, I'm like, do you know who that is? Love Story? Nothing. I was like, slept with Steve McQueen. Oh, okay.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
Man loves Steve McQueen. So I was like, they were married. They were married. So, but yeah. So anyway, it was great. And I based a character on the book on Ally McGraw after seeing her. I went in and did a rewrite. So there's an older, wiser, gorgeous former actress in the book named Chloe, who's
that's
based
neat.
on Ally McGraw. Yeah, it was fun.
Fun to read too.
Thank you, Ron.
That's
And once I
awesome.
finally knew that, and I went back and oh, now I get it. Oh, I get it.
I want to share a comment from the chat. Jesse Jameson says, can I just say the covers of your books are just the happiest and cutest?
Thank you
Oh,
so
Oh.
much. I really appreciate it. I have loved the covers of my books. I absolutely adore them. I'm lucky to work with talented designers at William Morrow. I don't have a lot to say other than, oh, I love them. Well, these are great. The
well,
one
it's
in Santa Fe, the marriage sabbatical, they kept putting a saguaro cactus on it. And if you know
no.
anything about New Mexico, you know there are no saguaro cactuses there, and they take that
Oh.
very seriously. But the illustrator's British, and I finally like the third round, I'm like, you gotta take the cactus off, or else it's really gonna be a problem with my credibility. Put the pignon on, but otherwise, love it. Yes, thank you. Thank you for
Yeah,
that nice compliment.
it's beautiful. Speaking of beautiful color, maybe this is a good segue. We still have to
Oh,
talk about some recommendations and drinks, but
perfect
let's do this
segue.
first. So, you have a new book coming out in 2025. Tell us about it.
Mm.
I do. It's called Abigail and Alexa Save the Wedding. And it is the story of the mother of the bride and the mother of the groom coming together to save a wedding that might not happen. And these are two very different women. They have very different lives. They live on different coasts. They have different approaches to relationships and business and life. And they have to figure out a way to help their kids together. And I had so much fun writing this book. It really has kind of a caper in the middle of it. It has a real send up of the wedding industrial complex, all the pressure on brides to like have, everything's choreographed and monogrammed and art directed. And it just takes a look. And the two main characters, though, are two older women. So I was very excited to write it, and I love the results. It's a lot of fun. I just turned in the copy edits last week, and one of the things you have to do for that is read the whole book aloud, like to catch any typos. So it takes a long time, and I was making myself laugh, and I wrote the book. So
That's good, good,
That
good.
bodes very well for
Awesome.
us.
So good. I know so many of us can't wait to get our hands on that. So,
I know.
Yes.
but in order to, well, in that same vein, you're going to want to get your hands on this. Are you ready to look at the cover of this gorgeous book?
Let's see it.
All right. Where'd it go?
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, hold on. Oh, no, 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 no. Where'd it go?
I believe in
Hold,
you, Ron.
hold, please.
The suspense.
Yes.
Okay, talk about something else.
We're
I've been working
leaning
on this back
over
here.
to see it.
I know.
So the book takes place in Connecticut, where I grew up, and then also in Montecito, California. So, which is a really fun place to write about. And I had pitched this book before the Royals moved there. So now it seems like everyone knows Montecito, but it's a very special little enclave near Santa Barbara that just has its own personality and its own little magic. So I was happy to do a little bit of research there. I've done a bunch of speaking up there and met the locals. And so it was really fun to kind of incorporate that, again, a little bit of a travel log into the story of the book. And then on the other hand, the other woman lives outside of New York City in a Connecticut suburb, which is another area I'm very familiar with, having grown up in a place like that.
All right, let's try this
Very
one more
cool.
time.
You got a lot of support in the chat. They're like, you can do it, Ron. You got this.
Can do it. There it is.
Yay. Oh, I
Ooh.
love it.
Don't you? I love it.
It is just striking.
Isn't that beautiful?
It's a new
Mhm.
illustrator. It's a different illustrator than the last couple. And the mother of the bride is Greek. She's a Greek American. She's a dual citizen. So we really kind of leaned into the Greek colors and the whole California, the lemon vibe. But one of the interesting things, when I was out with the marriage sabbatical, and everyone always asks, "What are you working on?" I'd say, "Oh, I'm working on a book about a wedding." And they're, oh, that's fine. And I said, but it's from the point of view of the mother of the bride and the mother of the groom. And they would be like, oh, oh. And so I knew when I handed the book in, the original title was The Wedding, which is lame, but I thought, oh, maybe that'll work. It is about a wedding. Um, Immediately my editor, her first notes were, oh, it needs a much more fun title because this is really a fun book. And I said, and I can tell you for the cover, we have to somehow communicate that it's the mothers. Like, this book is not a rom-com. It's about the moms coming together, creating this relationship out of nothing. So I think they nailed it. I absolutely love it. I love that cake.
I love
Ron,
it.
can you make that cake?
So
Can you make
good.
that cake, Ron?
Sure. It won't look anything like that, but I can make it. Can we use your stove?
Yeah. Yes. Come on over. Use the convection oven. I need
Man.
I need someone to make these cakes when it comes out. But I'm very excited. I love it. This is Ron, you did it. I believe in you. You did it. You did the cover
Yay.
reveal.
I had it all set. I had a test earlier and it worked, and then something
Yes,
happened, but we got
I
it back.
can
I
totally
had this
vouch for that.
backup
Yay.
printed in case it didn't work.
Ah, look at that.
That's amazing.
Beautiful.
I love the bracelet sparkles. The bracelet sparkles are such an awesome detail. I love it.
Oh.
That's amazing.
Lisa,
They
I'm
tell a
going to
great
pass that
story.
note along because I like that little
Yeah.
pop too. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
I love
covers are
that.
really tricky. As the author, you get some say, but you don't get all the say. You kind of have to know when to push and pull. And the first one that came back it didn't communicate a sense of the book. And so I was like, okay, I feel like we need to, but we got where we wanted to be. I just love it. And I love that blue. I love it.
Yes.
I love that cover. That's like, it might be my
Yeah.
favorite cover you've had so far. It tells the whole
Thank you,
story.
Ron. Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Oh.
you.
So whenever
So
you need
good.
somebody to read it, you know where to send it.
Okay. Yeah, they're getting stuff out. Stuff's happening. Stuff's
Oh,
happening
good.
in New York. My end is all done.
Good. Okay. So if you have a few more minutes, maybe
Yeah.
give us a couple of recommendations. You had sent
Yay.
me a couple of book recommendations that you're into. And I
Okay.
will also put them. I have the title, so I'll put pictures up on this afterwards. I'll make a post.
Okay. So this is a good gift idea. Okay. I absolutely loved Ina Garten's memoir, The Barefoot Contessa's memoir. Be Ready When Luck Happens is what it's called. I listened to the audiobook and she reads it. It's a fantastic audiobook. I saved it for when I was preparing for Thanksgiving because I thought, oh, it's perfect.
Perfect.
Honestly, she made me laugh. She made me cry. There were moments I just couldn't believe. It's motivating. She's super honest. It's unexpected. There's some like, yay, rah, go business girl kind of stuff. So I thought, oh, I'm going to get this book I have two boys and they both have girlfriends who enjoy cooking. And I'm like, there's a lot in this book though for young women about work and life balance and choices. And so I was going to get that and her first cookbook and pair that as a gift. So I'm
nice.
recommending that as a gift.
That was
Because
an
That's a
inspiration.
great gift.
She
Yeah.
That
talks
is
a
a great
lot
gift.
in the book about writing that first book and and she talks a little bit about the other ones, but she really goes into detail on the first book. And there's just some great stories. So I love that. And then I know this group loves historical fiction.
Yes.
But we have to read some historical fiction that's not set in World War II. Do we all agree on that?
Yes.
We
Yes.
We'll agree with that. Yes.
So I
I
love books.
volunteer as tribute.
Lisa. So I like books like the Ken Follett books about the Middle Ages. I'm kind of fascinated by that and the guilds and the craftspeople. It's a beautiful book by Tracy Chevalier, who's such a good writer, called The Glassmaker. And that came out, I think it came out in June. But again, I just got to it. I listened to the audiobook and it has a really interesting structure. It's about glassmakers in Murano, right? The famous glass place, which is an island in the Venetian Lagoon. But what she does is, and it takes a little bit to get used to, but she takes the same characters and she carries them with a little bit of magic and time travel and outlanderish type of thing. She
Oh.
carries them through 500 years of history of Venice. So
Oh,
you just sort of,
Wow.
you're like, you just got to go with it. She kind of magic, and they sort of age like we're going 100 years in the future, and they're 8 years older. Okay, like once you get on board, I loved it
you're
because there's
staying on the train.
yeah, there were, I mean, I'm fascinated by glass, and I absolutely am fascinated by Venice. There's a lot about Venetian history I didn't know. So those were just two books that I thought, oh, maybe you might have missed The Glassmaker. So many books come out in the summer, but it's fantastic. It's great.
That's so good. And you sold it. You sold that.
Okay. Okay.
It's
And I
awesome.
like
Sure.
audiobooks. Are you guys audiobook listeners? Do you?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some I more so for people whose voices I'm familiar with, like some of
Okay.
the biographies, but I have a hard time concentrating in the car when I'm listening to an audiobook. So it's not so much for me, at least great audiobook.
Okay. Me
Yeah,
too,
I love
Lisa.
audiobooks.
It
Yeah.
keeps me working. It keeps me folding that laundry. I mean,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
cleaning the house. Like I get a lot done
Yeah.
with a really good audiobook. So,
Oh, good.
yeah.
Yeah. Especially if it's a good book, you go like, is there another load of laundry I could do?
Yeah.
Oh, I want that one.
Yeah.
I've actually had that when I'm listening to a car and I'm going to even I was going to Cape Cod once and I got to like where I was going and it was a beachfront place. I had to sit in my car and finish the book because I was so into it that
I've done that before too.
Mhm.
Like
At the
I'm
beach,
like,
though,
well, I'm
Lisa,
just
have
gonna
you
sit
done it
here.
at the beach?
Not at the beach.
beach
But
can
I
wait.
not.
was like at the store or at work when I
Beach
was
can
supposed
wait.
to be getting
Okay.
out to go to work.
And
I'm like, I'm just gonna be 5 minutes late. I gotta finish this chapter.
too bad, too bad. Okay, so you also shared with me a favorite drink that you are going to be making, or
This
did
I
you
have a
make
big
already?
no, I'm making it this weekend. I have made this one before. It's like a holiday cocktail punch. And why do I
Ooh.
make a punch? Because we inherited a punch bowl from my husband's grandmother.
You
And
have to
like
do something with it.
it's true.
What
Like
else do you
either gonna
do?
make punch or get rid of it. Like, what are you
Yeah.
doing? Because they're big. And so in the good thing about punch is you can make it alcoholic or non-alcoholic, depending on who you're having or what you're having. People are very pleasantly surprised by punch. They're like, ooh, punch. I mean, I know everyone's doing cocktails, so it's a delicious like cranberry. It's got some vodka in it, it's got some ginger ale in it. I
Mm.
can make one of those rings with the cranberry and the orange, and freeze that.
Ooh.
That's going to look fabulous. So I'm in an all women investment club, and I'm having my investment club over for our holiday party on Sunday.
That's
So,
amazing.
so they're getting the punch, and it's happening. Oh yeah, you put like some porter brandy and Grand Marnier in there. It's very tasty.
Wow.
I like
That
cranberry
sounds good.
centric holiday drinks.
Make
So
investment decisions before you start drinking it.
it's true.
Right.
It's totally true. Totally true. We
Well,
do.
I
It's
have the recipe. You sent it to me, so I'm going to post that too,
okay.
along with your book recommendations.
Yay.
So
Oh,
people,
wonderful.
Liam, thank you so much.
Oh, this has
I
been great.
know.
And you know what? I just appreciate everything you do over there at Friends in Fiction to support authors and readers and
Aw.
books. It's an extraordinary thing that you created in the middle of a pandemic that you've been able to sustain. I mean, I've done my own thing for a long time in terms of podcasting, and I know how hard it is to really support a community like this. And just bravo to you. So thank you for having me on, and thank you for being, such cheerleaders and wonderful
As
readers.
everybody out there, make sure you pre-order the paperback of Marriage
Yes,
Sabbatical.
absolutely.
Yes.
And pre-order her new book and tune in to the podcast of Satellite Sisters. I've been listening for years and it's awesome. It's so
Thank
Love
you.
it's so
it.
wonderful. It's just like hanging out with your best friends. It really
Thank
is.
you.
Yeah.
Thank
Wonderful.
you.
So
Thank
It's
you.
always
have a
so
happy holiday
comforting.
season and
Oh,
Yes.
right. You too. You
we'll
too.
talk soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bye,
Yay.
everybody.
Thanks so much.
Thanks so
Bye.
Bye
much.
bye.
Ah,
Wasn't
she
that
is
amazing?
amazing. My cheeks hurt from smiling.
I
Smiling
know.
and
But
laughing.
she's
It's
so
guaranteed.
entertaining.
It's a guaranteed party with Lee and Dolan.
Yes. Thank you
Well,
for bringing her on as your special guest, Ron. We absolutely loved it.
Mm,
And
so
I'm
welcome.
just,
She was
I
the first
feel so
person I
blown
thought to
away.
ask too. She was the first person I said, who would not be something that they would expect that would be amazing and has a lot to say and it's a lot of fun. Boom, Leon Dolan.
Oh,
You
there
were
you go.
right on the money. I never would have guessed. Like when I found out today, I was like, what? I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not ready for this.
It's not, we're nervous. But you know what? I missed her marriage sabbatical book, so I need to go back and read it. It's
Oh,
fabulous.
it is
Yeah, I
stunning.
can't wait to
So
read the
yeah,
new one too. I love
that's
that
one on my
cover.
list.
God, it's
Love
so
that
good.
cover. And the great thing about Leon Dolan is like you saw how funny she is. Just saw what a great sense of
Oh,
humor she has.
yeah.
Yes, she talks about serious topics in her book, but
Mhm.
she infuses it with that humor that you love so much. And like it's just
Yeah,
the whole package.
awesome. Well, I think we'll continue. Brenda and I'll do one quick pick, and then I think we'll announce our February and March book club. So I'll go
Do it.
quick for
Okay.
mine. Mine is going along with the gifting theme. And it's funny because this was actually a gift that I got from one of our book club Secret Santas last year. And it's called Bubbly. It's a collection of champagne and sparkling cocktails. You guys know I love my champagne and sparkling. This is such a great gift. If you give this book and pair it with a bottle of sparkling wine or champagne, or you could just give the book by itself, depending on who you're buying it for. It makes a great gift. It's beautiful. It's hard to see because of the light. It's very
Oh,
gold and shiny,
yeah,
Shiny.
you
but
can
there
see the
are some
metallic.
amazing recipes in this book. One of my favorites from here is called the Elderflower Spritz. I love elderflower. And then they've got one called the Rhubarb 75.
I'm in.
Ooh.
I'm telling you, this book is so good. They have a sorbet float. And I love the photos
Uh,
that go along with, I mean, there's so many good ones. I've tried a few, but they're such a range. So this book is so good for a gift. So there you go.
Bubbly.
Bubbly by
wow.
Colleen Jeffers. I should have told you that. Colleen Jeffers is the author's name. So
All
check
right.
it
That's a
out.
great one, Lisa. Well, my first pick for tonight is not a gift per se, but you know, I kind of have a track record of being attracted to the books with book club, library, or you know, bookstore
Bookstore.
in them. And I missed this when it first came out, so I wanted to
Oh,
share it with you guys because I'm working on it now. And it is called The Memory. Let me make sure I can show it. The Memory Library
oh,
by
I
Kate
love that
Story.
cover too.
It's a very nice cover. And so the story is mostly about Sally, who has an only child. And as mothers and daughters sometimes do, they had a falling out. And her daughter Ella goes to Australia and really is estranged for more than 20 years from her mom. But every year on Ella's birthday, as she did from her birth, she buys a book for her and inscribes it and puts it in her home library.
Aw.
Um, and so something happens then to bring Ella back home, and they are forced to deal with their issues. And it's just a lovely, you know, second chances
Oh,
kind of book.
oh, I love
And it
that.
came out in February 2024.
Oh, nice. And what's the author's name again?
Story. And I will
Very
put it on the book club page.
Yeah, post a picture and everything.
Yep.
I can't remember. I'm not writing it down.
cool.
Okay, so let's go ahead and announce our February book club pick. And I'm going to try and
Yes.
talk and share at the same time. Won't that be
I
fun?
think a
Um,
lot of our book club members are going to be excited about this one. Well, they're going to be excited about all, but
Okay, first I need
That's
Oh.
January.
Oh, you're repeating. Oh, no.
And now we've got
Jennifer Mormon.
Yes,
Jennifer
our book
Morgan.
club pick is The Vanishing of Josephine Reynolds with Jennifer Mormon on February 24.
Yay.
So we are very
We will
excited about that.
be introducing everyone to a little magical realism.
Yes, can't wait for
Yay.
that. That's not something I read a lot, so I'm looking forward to it.
I am too. Do you want to go ahead and hit them with March too? Let's
Hit him with
knock
March.
it out.
I'll hit them with March too. If I had known that, I could have just kept
Ron's
it
gonna
right on
be
up. But let me
Ron
bring
loves
up
this one.
March.
Dun, dun, dun,
Whoops.
dun, dun, dun,
I'm
dun,
sorry,
dun,
I'm
dun,
coming.
dun.
I'm coming.
People of Means by Nancy
I'm way
Johnson.
later than you guys are,
Who
but
is
it's People
it?
of Means. And our fabulous cover
Yay.
for Nancy Johnson's new book. I
Yes.
love this cover.
I love the cover too. We are so excited. Nancy Johnson has been such a supporter and friend to the book club. And this is our first book club. People don't realize because we've had her on happy hours and she's done things with us. This is our first book club discussion with Nancy, and we are so excited. So save the date.
And I have read this already because it was my
I
last
know
thing.
you
And my
you
name's on the
recommended
cover
it.
there too. Yeah, yeah.
You
yeah.
recommended it at our happy hour. Yeah,
I
your name's
did.
on here. Kristen blurbed it.
Kristen and
Harmel
I both
blurbed
did.
it.
Yeah, yeah.
And Ron Block. Actually, I'm going to read Ron Block's lovely
Okay.
blurb. It says Johnson's characters and settings are vividly written with compassion, strength, and resolve. Readers will feel transported. People of Means will be a must read for book clubs. Yes, indeed.
Yes, it
So,
is. And it's so well written and it's such a powerful story. And the characters she
I
puts
love
into
her.
there, and it's two time periods, and it's a family, and it's like how families are. They don't always get the whole story on what the others have been up to all their lives, and it's just
Yeah.
it's what a follow up. What a follow up. The Kindest Lie,
Yeah.
is
I
one of the
love The
best,
Kindest Lie. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah,
and
that
so
was
She's
it's
something.
amazing.
tough to follow that up. But boy, did she do it! And
Oh,
Mhm.
I
then
can't
some.
wait. Okay, we'll do one. You want to do one quick round of recommendations and then we can announce the reading challenge for 2020.
Yes, we can close out with the reading challenge.
Oh, I have
Okay, I can't do
I have
that,
so
Lisa,
many
but
to pick, though.
Well, we can after the reading challenge, we can have a little after show and you can do some more.
All right. I want to at least
Some
get this
people
one
might want to
in.
hang out.
This is a book. This book, I know that a lot of people have or they know about already. But I have to say, remember, we always say that sometimes you get the right book at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody knows that I've been through some stuff lately. Um,
Mhm.
and I've been actually savoring this book. I have not finished it because I'm reading it really slow and I'm absorbing it and it's helping. But Patty's newest book, The Story She Left Behind, it's
Yay.
just pierced my heart already. And it's just such a lovely story. And as you know, Patty just writes from her heart and it comes through the
Yeah.
page. And it's just a wonder. It's a wonder. And even, I know everybody knows we know her, but she even if I didn't know her, this would be the book for me right now. It's about families, it's about parent and child, it's about mysteries and things that you find out later. Think you don't have connection, but you find out you do, and you think you've gotten over something, but you haven't. And it's so emotional and it's so beautifully written, and the characters are just and the mystery. There's a big mystery in it too, and of course, that Patty's going to take care of that for you. And it's just,
Yeah.
I just can't wait to finish it, and I just want to shout it out to everyone. So I know a lot of people have already gotten their hands on it and stuff, but I just want to make sure that I put my 2 cents in.
And while we're talking about Patty, you can pre-order it.
Yes.
Please do. But also, her launch party for that book is going to take place in Atlanta on March 17th with the Friends in Fiction group. And I'm also happy to announce Brenda and I will be there as well
And me.
and
Oh,
Ron
yay!
and Meg. It'll be the whole Friends and Fiction family. So, and
Dang.
tickets are on sale through the Atlanta History Center. So we can't wait to see everyone there. It's going to be amazing. And
And
we're probably going
also,
to do a little book club meetup too on Sunday night, 6:30, but details for that will come later.
that'll come before you know it. But also, don't forget that, Patty, Christy, and Kristen all have a new book coming out. So they have
Yeah.
Oxford Exchange. You can go there and get the subscription box, take care of your Christmas
Yes.
shopping, or get it for yourself.
And if you order the subscription box before December 10th, you'll get some bonus goodies that will get there before Christmas.
Mhm.
So if you're going to do it, you might as well do it now.
Right.
Yeah. So go
Don't
ahead and
hesitate.
tell your favorite person
Okay.
what's on your Christmas list.
Yeah. Okay, you want to do one more, Ron?
At
Um,
least.
yes, yes. Okay, so, oh, in case I don't get a chance to do this later, this is a book that's not coming out until March. It's called boop, 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 Lucky Night
Oh,
Ooh.
by Eliza Kennedy. Okay, we have Nick and we have Jenny, and we meet them in the beginning of the book, and they're in a hotel room together. But we find out really quickly that they are people who are married to other people and have really decent lives and everything. But they're like that same time next year thing. About once a month, they get together and have a little, a little affair, and it does something for them. Well, one night they're there in the book, and the fire alarm in their hotel that they're in starts going off. And it turns they're trapped in the hotel, so they have to face what they've been up to, what they did, and what they're what they've done to other people, and they have to really work it all through while they're stuck waiting to be rescued in the hotel. I'm not going to give you any more than that, but you are going to love it. Love it, love it, love it. It's going to be a
yay.
big book. So
Wow.
Sounds amazing.
it's amazing. It's well written. Eliza Kennedy is so good. And you have to pre-order.
Well, my pick, I'll go quickly. This is so you know how at the end of the year you're trying to reach your Goodreads goal. And sometimes you want to try to find a quick short story or something good. And you don't want to buzz through a bunch of short stories that you don't want to read just to make your goal. Like I know people that literally do that. This is an Amazon original story. And it is a short story. I did the audio and it's really good. It's called, oops, oh, it got really big. Hold
Need
on.
a
That's
pro.
okay. You're just showing it to us.
Let me try that one more time. Well, anyways, while I'm working on my thing, now I need the support in the chat. You guys send me the love.
They got it for me. They can
Yeah,
dredge it up for you.
it's called Murder at the Royal Ruby by Nita Prose. And it's about um, a woman who she has a unique birthmark on her face and she wants to be an actress. And so she tries to take the steps by starting to work in the theater and she does crew work and she really wants to put in the work to make her way to the top to become part of the theater company and she does everything from getting coffee to being the stage manager, all the things to learn everything. And things go awry and it's so good it's a really good short story. So add that to your list. I'm going to share my screen now. Add it to your list. You can get it on Audible or just
There you go.
regular Kindle or whatever.
That's the
That's a
same
really
way you can
striking.
access Holiday Hideaway by our own Mary Kay
That's
Andrews,
You
which
true.
is
can.
phenomenal. What a great,
I
I call it
loved it.
my favorite meet cute story that I have read in a
I
long
Oh
loved
my
it. I
gosh, I
wanted
loved it.
more.
Yeah.
I wanted more of it. I was like, I want more. Yes. Holiday Hideaway is another great one. So
a murder at the Royal
and
Ruby.
that
I'm
one
gonna
is
get
on
that.
sale. Holiday Hideaway is on sale right now for 88 cents on Audible. if you like audio.
Wow.
So it's worth it, even if you want to listen to it later. This one is on sale for like $1 or something. So
Okay.
Wow.
yay.
Not only great story, but great deal. Well,
Mm-hmm.
I'll share one more. And I just now was struck with the similarities between these two books, but I really did not think about it when I was picking them out. It just didn't. But they're both about mother-daughter relationships. This one came out 2 days ago. It's Bluebird Day
Oh,
by
we
Megan
love
Tatey.
Meg Tatey.
Yes, yes, we love Megan, but she has this new book. It's about a mother and daughter who are championship skiers. Um,
Not ice
and they
skaters.
are skiers. Oh, I got you. But a fall cuts the mother's career short, and the daughter's debilitating anxiety sends her off the slope. So they have been on opposite coasts and opposite ends until something happens. See, doesn't it sound the same? Until something happens
Something
and
happens.
they get back together and have their moment for second chances. But that's so funny. I didn't realize it until just this moment.
Very cool.
Love it. Reading
Okay.
challenge. What's the reading challenge? I don't
Yes.
even know.
So for December, right now, we're in the middle of the reading challenge, and the prompt is to read a book recommended by the Fab Four, or a friends and fiction guest, or a book that has been recommended on one of our happy hours. So people are having a great time doing that, and that's the last one for this year. So for 2025.
Are you
We
ready?
already let January slip out. We gave everyone, we did a little live earlier this week. So I'll go ahead and repeat January while she's pulling up the graphic. So January is read a book with a title that begins with P, B, or J. And it just so happens our January book club book, P.S. I Hate You. We didn't know this at the time. We didn't plan it. It
People
fits
will
that
swear that
prompt.
we did, but we
I
were
know
like,
we
oh,
did not. And I'm
starts
going to
with
go
a
down the
P.
list. I know. We'll go down the list. So, February is read a romance novel by a BIPOC author. March is a science fiction or fantasy book, which is new for a lot of our members. April, a book with a question as the title. May, a book with water on the cover. June, a book recommended by a friend. I'm looking forward to this because we all have books that we read and we're like, oh, so and so should read this, or so and so would love that. That's your chance to read that book that your friend recommended to you. July is a book set in France. August is an author's sophomore book. We always do a lot of debuts, but we haven't done sophomore books. September is a book, this is a popular one that we did a couple of years ago, a book on your TBR list that has been on your TBR list for over a year.
That's a piece
October,
of cake.
I know, right?
Yeah,
October,
no problem.
a book with magic in the title. November is
Magic
a book.
Mike.
Oh yeah,
That's
you can watch
Lisa.
that movie. Put it in a book, I'll read it. November is a book written by a celebrity. And we're going to round out the year for December, a holiday book with an animal on the cover. And I also want to point out that Mary Kay's Holiday Hideaway fits that prompt because there's a dog on the cover. And we did not know that either when we did this. So there
I
you
know
are.
December is weirdly
Um,
specific,
I know. There
but
you
that's
are.
just how it kind of fell with the admin team and coming up with our prompts. For those who are new to the reading challenge, these are the prompts, but you can interpret them in any way that you would like. We're not going to come and question whether, your book really has a question mark at the end.
We
If
just
it's
want
in
you
April,
to read and enjoy. So let us
read
know
and
what prompts you're looking forward to in the chat. We'd love to hear
yeah, it's
what
just
you guys
designed to
think.
spread our wings a little bit. I know I have read a lot more widely since being part of the book club than I did before.
Mhm.
Okay, I will stop sharing now. And of course, we will post this on the book club page as well.
Yeah.
Lots there. I want to join in on some of those.
Do it.
Okay, you can do it.
They're fun. It does, like Brenda said, it opens you up to other genres and things you might not read. And you find books, genres, authors that you love. And it's fun to do the research, like the ones with the cover, the title, like looking through those. Um, I'm excited. I'm really excited for
And I
that.
did want to
So,
mention before we wind up tonight that our upcoming discussion, December 16th, with the fabulous Debbie McAmer, and we will be discussing A Christmas Duet. I am so
yay!
excited.
I can't wait. Very exciting.
It's so exciting. She's lovely. Oh my God. In fact, I get to MC Brenda Novak's holiday party that she has every year with Debbie
Yes,
and
I
her.
Oh,
love it.
yay.
And so it's next Thursday night. It'll be 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific. Tune in. I get to MC and get to hang out with the two of them.
Where
That
do
is
we
going to
find
be
it, Ron?
awesome.
Where do you find it? Underneath the
Mhm.
bed.
I'm sorry?
Under your bed. If you go to Brenda Novak's page, go to Brenda
Yeah.
Brenda
Novak's
Novak's page. Okay, that's
club
what I was
She
page.
looking
has a
for.
group.
She'll have it
I'm
live
in her
on there.
group.
She has a book
Yeah.
group on there. It'll be live on there.
I just wanted to
it'll
make
pop up on
sure. That sounds
there.
really good.
Thank you. It's
It's
so
going
much
to be
fun.
so fun.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
we are actually already a few minutes over, but if
yeah.
Ron
I'll
is,
do a quick, do you want me to do a quick wrap up before and then like an
yeah,
after show? If you have
Yeah.
a few minutes, you can do a couple more.
Yeah, totally.
Okay. So just a quick recap of our schedule. As Brenda mentioned, December 16th, we've got the Christmas duet with Debbie McAvoy. January 27th, we have P.S. I Hate You with Lauren Connolly. And then this is a new date on February 6th is our
oops,
next happy hour with Ron Block at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. All of our book club discussions are at 7 p.m. Eastern, unless it's otherwise stated. Then February 24th, we've got The Vanishing of Josephine Reynolds with Jennifer Mormon. And March 24th, People of Means with Nancy Johnson.
Nancy
What a
Johnson.
great way to start off 2025. And now we are in the after show. Oh, someone asked, what does my shirt say? Sorry, let me see if I
oh,
can.
I'm so glad they did because it is
Naughty
totally
is the
opposite.
new nice. Can you see it?
Is
It's
that
my
your
Jack Skellington shirt.
It's
official ugly sweater for this Christmas season, or do you have another one?
No, I have a Bucky's. I have a Bucky's ugly Christmas sweater that I got at a white elephant gift thing last year, and I was so excited because it was actually my size. And I was like, "Look, if anybody steals this gift, I will fight you. This is my size, and nobody ever
We,
starts
we
off
we know better than to mess with you.
my size.
I'm not doing a white elephant exchange with you, Lisa.
Most of the time, I don't care. I'm like, steal it, whatever." But it was very specific. I think the person bought it specifically for me and just hoped I got it.
That's okay.
That's funny.
That
Mm,
is fun.
okay. After show time. Woohoo.
Woohoo.
Thanks for those that are still hanging out with us. We still have quite a few people that are hanging out. So
They like Ron's
they want to hear
recommendations.
they want to hear Ron's Rex.
Okay. Now I know a lot of people have had their eyes on this and they've read it, but not enough people have yet. It is, can't even describe it. The Love Elixir of Augustus Stern. I know it's been on a lot of people's radar, but if you haven't read
Mm.
it or if you're hesitating to read it, go get it. It's exactly what you want to read right now. It's this amazing story of a woman who's a pharmacist. She's being kind of pushed out of her job, and she lied about her age. So she shared her niece talked her into moving down to Florida to this exclusive retirement community. And she goes and she follows through with it. And she's there and she's a big swimmer. So the first day at the pool, she hears somebody behind her call out her childhood nickname. And she turns around and it's the love of her life in the retirement community in Florida. It's a dual timeline. So it goes from there back to when she became a pharmacist as a young person, her growing up. It's got magical realism in it. It's got it's just so tender and nice and all about second chances and or maybe not. But as the story goes back and forth, we kind of hone in on why those two aren't together and should they be again. So it's a lot of people, talk about if you get a second chance, should you? Is really something that's going to resonate with lots of people, and it's going to be a great book club read. So if you haven't read this already, read it. Read
It's
it.
on my list.
Oh yeah, that was enough to put it on my list.
I can't recommend it.
Mhm.
I just really, and it's something that it's not heavy duty. It's charming. It's writing is so cool, and you're back and forth, and you're kind of cheering for everybody. There's tons of wicked humor in this too, because even at the retirement home in Florida, the characters that you meet, oh my God, you're gonna laugh. You're gonna roll on the floor laughing, and there's also some conflict. There's some romantic conflict down there in the too, because I think when people if you've ever known people that lived in retirement communities and stuff, there's a lot of competition among them for attention. So that's like
Mhm.
just so funny. I loved it. I loved it. I
That's
loved it.
awesome.
And last,
Yay.
I have one more.
Yay.
This
We love it. We love it.
this is another one that's been out for a little while, and if it's for people who like real historical fiction, but it is Lisa. There's some word in the title here that you might go for. The Stone Witch of Florence. Look at that
Ooh.
cover. It's all
The
Uh,
cover is beautiful.
look at those
oh, and the
pages.
color pages, painted pages.
Look at that. It's a debut. I couldn't believe it's a
Ah,
debut. And there's
we
a
love a
woman
debut.
who is a professional gemologist and a historian who wrote the book and had kind of had the story in her and all this time. And it goes back to the 1700s. And there's the little boy who goes to this town to knock on the door of Ginevra, who was who she was pushed out of the village in the area or the city because they thought she was a witch. They didn't she didn't heal people with her stones and her magic and things, and she wasn't a real physician because she ties together both medicine and the magic together. But somebody goes to get her to bring her back, and she thinks they finally are going to recognize her. No, it's throwing her into this mystery where all of these precious statues and things and gems have been missing. And it's this whole story about it's a huge feminist story about the stories that didn't get told of people back then, but really should have been because the women were kind of pushed down. It brings it to the surface, and her going back in to help these people helps them recognize that she can be a physician. So it's an amazing story. It's beautifully researched, beautifully told, and
Wow.
you're just gonna want to spend some time with that one.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm so glad we got to those.
I know. We forgot. Yeah. So we could do this forever and ever and ever. Tonight has been so awesome.
Isn't it amazing? I love it. And we'll put everything up on the page. I'll make posts of all
Yeah.
the recommendations and all of Leon's recommendations and her book coming out. Oh, I can't wait to get my hands on that.
Oh, I know. I can't wait to read it.
Oh yeah, I want
I
to
love the
pre-order that
cover.
one. Mm-hmm.
And we want to give a special thank you to Leanne Dolan for joining us and
Yes.
for doing her cover reveal with us. What an exclusive. And we're just so thankful that she took the time to spend time with us.
We
And
know
thank you, Ron, for setting it
important
up.
people like Ron to set it up.
Mhm. Doing my
Well, you
dance.
guys,
My
oh,
pleasure.
oh, you did the earlier, and then now you, um, oh, we wrapped up another holiday happy hour. Can't believe
Yes.
it's our last one of the year.
I know. Sad.
Kind of
Oh, let's do another
sad.
one. Let's do another one next week.
Yeah. You'll be with Debbie McElmer.
I was gonna say you're
Oh,
gonna be
that's
a
right.
little busy.
I'm busy. I'm busy.
Yep.
And Brenda Novak. Oh my God. And Brenda Novak.
Yeah.
And Brenda Novak, yes. So definitely I'm
And
gonna
it's
tune
so
into that
funny
one.
because we had Brenda Novak on earlier this year for book club, and we're
Yeah,
having Debbie McElmer on. So that's pretty cool.
it is very
Yeah,
cool.
maybe she'll share some information about the discussion with us when she's
Or
on.
she'll be like, don't ever have that Ron on again. Oh my God, he's awful.
So, Debbie, what do you think about Ron?
She'll just be like, oh,
Oh goodness. Well, again, it's been just a fabulous evening. Thank you, thank you, thank you,
Yeah.
Ron,
thank you
for
everybody for
setting
tuning
up Lee
in.
and coming, and loved hanging out with our book club members again tonight. And take care, everybody, and happy reading. And join us December 16th.
Yes.
Yep.
Good night.
Thank you.
Happy
Good
Happy
night.
holidays.
holidays. PB and J and Ron out.
Out.